It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180.
Check the outs. Check the out. Check the out.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
We want it. Come to my head.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Something apparently not feeling right to Garoppolo, so he'll step back and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180.
On second down, a run with Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 24. From the shotgun. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Go team!
56. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Shoot.
14. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're
and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here we go. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Joker. Hey.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
315.
Mike 5-4. You must be true. Check 99.
Zebra. Check.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
Now it's Carson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 49ers' 20-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Niners 7, Seahawks 6.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Zebra.
Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Ballore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Shift. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Rush in. Check 50.
On first down, Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Like 20.
54 Mike. He's scared.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And that QB's trapped.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a give coming right is Breida. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down and goal to go.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On play action, now Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Show it.
36 power.
51 to Mike.
Here's Carson. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Watch the run.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Gold with the extra point. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Check 43.
11.
Right there.
Here's Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Like 20.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Check.
21. Here we go.
Shit. Switch. He's great.
They run again with Breida. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch 85. But, got
one, Omaha.
Right here.
Garoppolo now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cut. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I'm going to run you.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tight end right. 4 down. Kill.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Took right.
56. Mike, 56.
To throw again is Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. This is Carson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Here's Moore on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 24-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Right, here we go. White 80! White.
Don't get nervous now.
To throw is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. On first down, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 180!
They go counter with Breida. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Garoppolo now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to go up top. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Snags it for the pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23. Yard line.
Solomon Thomas made the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's big hit.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56 is the mic.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Second and 6. Now a desperation throw deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the Niners' 35-yard line.
90 Wolf.
Right there, 56.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
They run again with Carson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check 26, check 26. Go.
They run it with Carson, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So on fourth down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah,
you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Shifts by him.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, they'll